Hi Pisces, welcome to your weekly love reading. Let's see what's going on for you this week in terms of love. So loved by the divine. It's like a confirmation, a cosmic confirmation that they are loved. Ace of Cups, the cup. This isn't the Ace of Cups, it's the Fool, but there's the Ace of Cups here as well. Love has been given to them by the divine. Fool is, oh, this is really interesting, but the Fool is a brand new beginning. It's the start of the major arcana cards, and we have the ending of the major arcana cards, the world, ending of a major cycle, brand new journey into love, and that obviously includes self-love as well. Spirit is very close by to both of you. Rebirth, the womb here. Spirit is right by your side, both of your sides. So this person, I feel, is very deep, very spiritual. It may have laid dormant for some time. Maybe not. Maybe they were already very spiritually aware when they met you. So who is this person? I'm pulling some clarifiers. Who is this Queen of Swords? This is someone who isn't afraid to speak the truth. They're not afraid to see the truth and embrace that or face that truth. This is someone that values truth. They like people to be honest. They're an honest person. Sometimes it could be that they come across as blunt. Not necessarily. They may have the appearance of being cold on the surface at times, but they are such a deep person. They may be cold on the surface because they're trying to protect their own inner child, because they are a very highly sensitive individual. They're here on this earth, but they're very much connected to the divine, their higher self. So they've had to protect themselves throughout their life. So they may have masks on, they may have walls up, but they feel very, very deeply for you. They know this is a very, very spiritual connection, a new beginning. It's an end of an era and start of something like mind-blowing. So what is Queen of Swords about, in terms of who is this person? Queen of Pentacles. So, and I'm noticing the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here. This is someone that's very grounded, very stable. They can handle the truth. And 4 is about stability, firm foundation. This is someone who's definitely got some sort of leadership role. They lead people into greater truth, greater balance, greater light and love. Very nurturing, very supportive of people, very wise. They like to get to the core of things, the truth of the matter. Balanced in divine masculine and feminine energies. So this is very much a divine masculine or feminine. They've integrated the other aspect. So that basically means they can take control, they can take the lead, but they're also intuitive. They have masculine, divine masculine and feminine qualities. They're deeply emotional, but they can also be logical, practical, spiritual, but grounded as well. Okay, so what's the World card about in terms of who is this person? Tower. World's been turned upside down since meeting you. Ego death has made way for awakening. But this person's so balanced, they're embracing the truth, they're embracing this, breaking away of the limitations of the ego, the illusions, attachment, wounds, causing them to feel bad, their wounds causing them to react. They're breaking away from their wounds, like controlling them, seeking liberation. Look, before meeting you, perhaps they felt stuck within themselves, within their lives, within their circumstances, within illusions. Now they've just risen above that, and they're surrendering, they're embracing that transformation because they trust in the divine. You mean the world to this person. What's this Fool about? The Fool, you know, that they're an old soul. They're very mature. Because they're trusting themselves and the divine. I feel like they're trusting their own intuition. They trust in their own themselves, basically, and what decisions they make. So they surrender easily and allow the things, whatever those things are, to fall away that aren't serving them. And that's this Fool here as well, taking a leap of faith and trust, because they trust in the divine. I'm seeing the Indiana Jones film, the Holy Grail. Is it that one? But anyway, yeah, it is. It's the Last Crusade, Indiana Jones film, where he has to have faith. There's an invisible path over a canyon or something, and he's got to trust that the path is there even though he can't see it, to get to the Holy Grail, which is the Christ consciousness. And Christ consciousness is not about Christianity in particular. It's about awakening, being a light worker, being your true soul self embodied in human form. So yeah, they can take a leap of faith. They trust themselves. They have that confidence. Two of Pentacles. This is someone who takes on a lot. Maybe sometimes they take on too much for themselves because they're naturally an empath and they're a very loving person. So they have a lot to offer people, a lot to give, but sometimes it can make them a bit out of balance. They have a lot of skills, they have a lot of feathers in their cap. They can feel a lot of deep emotions signified by water here, but on the surface they may not really show those emotions always. They may have to appear or feel the need to appear very balanced. They can juggle a lot of things. They can handle a lot of stress. They have a lot of responsibilities. They may be living some sort of double life in terms of they put on a certain front in their day-to-day life because they have to protect their true, highly sensitive, empathic, spiritual self, because not many people in their day-to-day life will understand that. So they may be very selective with who they allow into their sphere, into their world, into their heart. Maybe that's why they may come across as a bit cold to certain people on the surface, but they're very loving and warm, deep down. So how does this person really feel about you? The Chariot. They feel like they could have balanced movement forward with you. They feel that you're yin and yang. They may feel you're their soulmate or their twin flame. They want to move towards you. They feel like your connection has opened up so many doors of opportunity. They feel like they're just moving again. Maybe they felt like they were stagnating in their life in some kind of way. But with you, there's major movement forward. They feel like they've waited for you their whole life. You're helping them to get to higher ground. and see things from a higher perspective. I feel like this person's achieved many things in their life, but there was also something that they were waiting for, something that was missing, and they feel like you are that missing piece. King of Cups, they feel very deeply about you. They love you very deeply. They want to express their feelings. They're emotionally balanced. They feel like you can have emotionally balanced connection, because we have the Knight of Pentacles here as well. Very grounded individual. This is someone who works very hard. They're ploughing the fields here, planting the seeds. They want to plant the seeds in your connection. They feel the love growing more and more and more as every day passes, and they know this is grounding. They know this is merging into who they are. They feel as though now that they've met you, there's no forgetting you. They feel like your energies have merged into that oneness, into that balance, into that yin and yang, divine masculine and feminine, and it's like your elements that cannot be separated. They feel you in their energy all the time. They feel that oneness, and they want to continue planting the seeds with that. I feel this is a patient person. They want to do things right, maybe slowly but surely. Sorry, I just had to pause to plug my phone in because the battery was getting low because this reading is so long. Let's pull some clarifiers. How do they feel about you? 3 of Wands. The World's come out again. So yeah, you mean the world to them. They were waiting for you. Something deep in their soul told them that there was someone they would have this infinite bond with, someone they would connect with on all levels, and they were trying to get to higher ground, you know, metaphorically speaking, to find you, and they feel like they have found you. So what's the Chariot about? Yeah, they feel this is an amazing opportunity for growth, for movement, for doors opening, for more spirituality, for them to be more of their true self. They want to go through that gateway, this new doorway with you, this new beginning with you. What's the Knight of Pentacles about, please? 7 of Wands. Okay, so this person may want to move quite slowly, and that's fine. Maybe they're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. They weren't expecting to meet you. There may be things going on in their life. But also this is like, maybe there were certain things in their life where they felt like life was against them, or something was trying to knock them off their feet, or they felt like they had to be really strong, otherwise they'd fall down. Could be some sort of anxiety, like major anxiety in their life, but they kept working away at their life. They kept working hard. They're a hard worker, and then you came along, and I feel like it offered a lot of relief, a lot of freedom from their anxieties. So they're thinking about you a lot because you just made them feel so uplifted. What's this King of Cups about? 3 of Cups, that's a celebration, that's a reunion. Could signify third parties in some cases, but they feel this is a reunion, a celebration. It's almost like they feel, it's almost like these are the like soul family as well. They feel connected to the divine. The love that they've given out throughout their life is returning to them. This could be, in some cases, someone that's very magnetic because they are the divine masculine, and so maybe they have many options. Maybe they attract a lot of people. How do they feel about you right now? Four of Cups. Maybe they feel like you have a lot of options. Because I'm noticing Three Cups that the Divine Feminine's focusing on here. And Three of Cups can be third parties. Maybe they felt like they were offering you their cup. They're the King of Cups. They were giving you their cup, giving you their heart, giving you their attention, like looking at you, but you are focused on somewhere else, someone else. They felt like you weren't noticing them. How they feel about you right now. Four of Cups clarified by Nine of Wands. Maybe they could see you had defenses up, you had barriers up. Maybe you were shielding your heart. Maybe there was just something going on in your life, some sort of drama or some sort of complications where you had to stand your ground. You had to be like this soldier kind of energy. You had to stick up for yourself, or something in your day-to-day life that was a distraction, and you were thinking about that all the time. It was on your mind all the time. Could have been partially what's going on in the world, and it could have been other things, but whatever was distracting you, that was occupying your mind all the time, was blinding you, or it could be the other way around, however it resonates, from seeing this divine love offer that was coming forward. And I'm seeing the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, that I feel like there's third parties, and maybe you or that they were focusing on other third parties, and that caused heartbreak for them or for you. Yeah, look, there's also Seven of Cups, options. They may have been feeling like heartbreak because there's all this love that they felt for you. Look, wow, there's that as well. Three Cups again. Maybe they felt like nothing was ever going to happen between you because you weren't noticing them or this connection, or you felt that way. But it's because someone was focusing on Three Cups here and here. Something that was going wrong in their life, maybe another relationship that was going wrong in their life, and someone here didn't recognize that there was an opportunity being presented to them for a balanced partnership, or just this connection with you where you're on the same page. So they were afraid and feeling heartbroken, maybe thinking, oh, maybe it's just like all in my head, maybe it's not ever going to ground. Is this real, or is it an illusion? Maybe it's something to do with needing to make a decision here as well, because of third parties. Something's got to fall away, and it's difficult, a difficult situation. Okay, so let's look at the messages from the heart cards. How's this person feeling about you right now? Missed opportunity. That's what the Four of Cups means. They're feeling regret. They're feeling unhappiness, sadness, because they may feel like maybe you can't be together, or maybe they feel like you're not noticing them. Again, it could be you feel like they're not noticing you or the connection, and so there's this pain, thinking that this is all just going to be like a fantasy that isn't going to ground, isn't going to become real. So they may have been trying to show you their feelings because they didn't want to miss out on the opportunity. They were giving you the cup, hoping that you would see them, because you weren't seeing them. You weren't seeing the opportunity right here for you, right next to you, because there was some sort of ending, some sort of heartbreak or trouble that was distracting you or distracting them.
So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.